right, mathematical equation. Bram Stoker plus Adrian Barbeau plus Roger Corman. What does that equal? Another fucking TV movie. What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 7 here on my Killer Rats week. I am your host once again, Mood616, and thank you once again for joining me. Yeah. I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that supported this this last week, my Killer Rats week. Thank you for all the comments and the kind words. That was awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Enjoyed doing the reviews and stuff. It's been a mixed bag of films this week. We've had some good ones, we've had some bad ones, we've had some great ones. So yeah. So of course, day 7. For today's movie, this one isn't particularly, a fucking straight up killer rats movie. This one has rats in it, but it's kind of a different approach. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into with this one, but you know what? I'm going to add it on. This is going to be the last one, so whatever. And I am talking about Bram Stoker's Burial of the Rats. I've actually never heard of this Bram Stoker. Apparently it's a book. I know it was later turned into a comic book. That had multiple issues and stuff, so... But I had no idea this was actually a novel. Getting into the story of this one. Now, Kevin Albert, he plays Bram Stoker himself in this one. This is obviously Bram Stoker writing, about himself and, pre-famous Bram Stoker. So, anyways, Bram Stoker in this film is a traveling man. He's an adventurist. He's traveling through the lands one day, and he actually gets attacked by these women and taken hostage, basically. They take him, they do some damage, and yeah, they take him back to like their lair. And what he finds himself in the middle of is this, basically it's a cult run by Adrian Barbeau. She plays the queen, and all of her descendants are called the Rats. They're a cult that hates men. They hate men. They worship rats, and they live by the sword. So basically, what happens when he's getting captured is that he tries to fight back, and he ends up killing one of the rats. He ends up killing her sister. So they take him back to lair, and what they're going to do is they're just going to sacrifice him, right? They're going to feed him to the rats, and, just because what they do, they hate men. But instead, they don't end up killing him, and they put him into this, into this cell, and he starts to fall in love with one of the rats, played by Maria Ford. And what she does is she kind of sneaks him some, he tells her that he's aspiring to be a writer and stuff like that. So she sneaks him some pen and paper and stuff, and he starts writing. One of the other girls, the Rats, actually goes and rats on him, to the queen. She reads what he's been writing, and then she decides that, you know what? Bram Stoker has a talent. We can probably use his writings to our benefit. I have absolutely no fucking idea what that benefit is actually supposed to be in the film. But anyways, they end up not killing him. So, you know what? I'll just leave it there. Does he... Yeah, I'll just leave the plot right there. My thoughts on this one? Okay, this is a mid-1990s fucking TV movie from 1995. Executive produced by Roger Corman. So right there, it's on some low-budget shit. I didn't realize that how fucking sleazy this movie was actually going to be. This is probably the sleaziest TV movie I've ever seen in my life. You know, this one runs around 78 minutes long, and it has so much fucking nudity in it. It's incredible. You would never know, you know, by the naked women and just how fucking slutty looking they are. They basically wear, you know, leather bikini tops and thongs, and that's how they fight with that apparel on and shit. It's really fucking bizarre. But yeah, it is a really, really sleazy movie. So much nudity. It has these really weird dance sequences in this film. Because, you know, they are a cult, so what the Queen says they do. They do these really weird dance sequences in this shit. You know, the story is just missing a lot of, you know, story. You know, the plot is missing a lot of story in this. It doesn't really elaborate on a lot of things. It's really poorly done, but, you know, at the same time, it's really kind of entertaining. There are some really random scenes in this, like fight scenes and stuff, and where the rats come in and they fucking devour bodies like no tomorrow. You know, it doesn't say like that these rats are like a super breed of rats or anything, but they fucking devour bodies like they're piranhas. It's really weird. Now, with that said, this movie isn't overly gory. There's a couple kills in it. That's about it. It's basically more about the sleaziness of the women, and their really weird ways. Adrienne Barbeau is actually really good in this. As for the rest of the acting, it feels like a fucking soap opera to me. As for the women, there is some really, really fucking beautiful women in this movie. I will give them props for that. Yeah, so, you know, eventually, you know, at first Bram Stoker is like, I need to get the fuck out of here. But he starts, like I said, he starts falling for Marita Ford's character. I think her name is Madeline in this, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, I always forget names. But anyways, he starts falling for her, and then he kind of decides that he doesn't really want to leave, you know? So the only way that he can become one of the rats, you know, or the first male in this cult, is to be initiated. So there's this really fucking weird scene where, you know, they think that, that he might get his penis cut off and shit. It is just really fucking weird. This movie makes absolutely no sense. There's some really funny battle scenes in this, but, you know, the women with their scantily fucking clad, you know, attire and shit and swords. It's pretty entertaining, but it does fall short of being like, you know, it's just basically laughable. It's pretty fucking bad. But, you know, getting back to the sleaziness of this film, I was absolutely fucking blown away at how much nudity and, like, there's a lot of tits, but there was even, like, you know, muff shots in this, and I was like, wow, you know, what kind of TV station was this playing on? You know, it definitely wasn't fucking Fox or some shit, but I don't know, man. This was, it was short, but it, you know, in parts it did feel kind of long, which was kind of a shame, but I don't know, man. Burial of the Rats, if I had to rate this film, I definitely wouldn't recommend this to anybody. So I'm probably going to give it about 4.5 out of 5. Strictly because the costumes that they used and the sets were pretty funny. Lots of nudity, lots of beautiful women. But overall, it falls flat. The story's pathetic. It's really bad. You know, this whole idea could have been kind of decent if it was done properly. I knew right away I was getting myself into some crazy low-budget shit with Roger Corman's name on here, but you know, what do you do, man? There's not overly a lot of rat action in this. There's rats come in sometimes and they fucking devour bodies and stuff. It's really about it, though. It's not really about the rats. It's more about the rat women and the rat cult. But yeah, you know, I'm glad I watched it, though. You know, it was entertaining for what it was. I'm glad it was short. You know, it couldn't. If it was any longer, it would have been really disappointing. But yeah, Burial of the Rats. Sorry to, you know, to end the week on a bad note. I think I probably had more movies this week that I wouldn't recommend than I actually recommended. But, you know, that's the way it goes, you know? Who knows, fuck. Maybe I'll do a part 2 week to Killer Rat Week. I do have a bunch more rat movies that I didn't do, so I'm almost there. I think I have about almost close to 7 more, so I think I could probably do a sequel week. But until I do that one, I do have a few more of these theme weeks planned. They're going to be really random. Just trying to do movies that people don't really talk about a whole lot, so... But yeah, anyways, once again, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that supported this. I had a lot of fucking fun doing this, and I really like reading the comments. But yeah, you know, I do it for you guys, so... And I really like the feedback, it's awesome. But yeah, so day 7, it's over. It's done, so... Cheers. Yeah. Thank you for watching once again. Peace out, homies.